Hello and welcome to the STB Racing here. That's a great start. STB Racing League here for the season 23, round 1 for the Tier 3 Austrian Grand Prix. Here we are at Spielberg, Austria, as we've got another great season ahead of us for this Tier 3 grid. We've got quite a few new drivers in here, but we've also got quite a new, current returnees from last season. So obviously we've got new drivers like Buber, myself FA, I think he was a new driver as well. We've got Pistols Racing instead of Commentary. Betrayed me in the comment box. He's saying, I think that's how you say his name. Also we've got Suaboy, and Lotto Rimontedo is also a new driver as well. And Mika Osfeld, if you're not familiar, that is Mectendo. So I'll stick to calling him that. But yeah, that's all the new drivers here. Everyone else is returnees. But in the comment box instead, we've got a very, very noticeable Dutchman in the party with me. We've got Joey in for Tier 3 comms. So yeah, Joey, how do you expecting to be the commentary for Tier 3 this season? You think it's going to be something different for a change? You going to look forward for it? Yeah, obviously I was normally Pistol, I let Pistol ramble on majority of the time, but looks like I'm going to have to be the one leading a bit for a bit. We'll see how it goes. We can always blend it a bit throughout the race. But as you see, qualifying is now finished. The last few laps are going through now. Buber's currently on provisional pole. He's half through his lap now. He's going through sector 2. He's almost under 10th up. So he's looking to improve. Looks like he's going to be untouchable in this qualifying session. Oh, and Maudi isn't out. Okay, it said Maudi was out earlier, and then now it's saying it's a 4.3. That was weird. It said Maudi was out earlier in the session. Alright. And Buber improves. 0.8. So that doesn't actually be touched. Side effects, he's got anything to ask for? No, he doesn't. He loses time in the last sector. Last is Juan. 2 tenths up, but no, nothing much gained from that. Yeah, that is your qualifying done and dusted here for your first Tier 3 qualifying session of the season here for season 23. And here are your results then for the qualifying. 4 tenths is the gap, which is insane. I'm not sure if that's either he's just really strong at this track, Barry, or whether that is a bit of a tier selection disaster by Malby. But we'll just say he's quick for qualifying for now. Buber currently on pole position here, followed by 2 Turkish drivers, Mustafa and Tierman, followed by Jamo, Pistol, Maldi, and Side Effects. That's going to be of interesting. Second, third, and fourth row. Alpha Z P8, Mad Maxwell P9, Hussein P10, Yilmaz P11, Chaos P12, Surboy P13, Juan P14, Moncho P15. I couldn't do the rest. But yeah, Joey. Yeah. Austria, Tier 3, first race. Looking forward for it, Joey. Yeah, we'll move on. Yeah. Yep. Yep, we will have. Yeah. Wait until the time, which you've got to do it quite quickly before the race starts. Just remind all the drivers there is no formation lap because there is a bug with the formation lap at the moment, apparently. I haven't done enough races yet to really notice about that. I haven't done any career modes yet in terms of racing, or I've only done like 1 or 2 like the races. Only one formation lap. It was weird. It almost like did 2 formation laps, or 2 race starts, I should say. But yeah, we'll be quick. Obviously, get the entry up. But this is a start to be straight away straight into it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And it's another glitch start. Lights out and away we go. Mustafa's got a decent start as Bubba's got a better second phase of the traction as they come down into turn 1. It's 3 wide and briefly there towards the middle of the pack. And they all sweep round turn 1. It's a relatively clean start. No, there's not. That's an Alpha Tauri and a Mercedes. That's Mad Max and Alpha Z having a collision out of turn 1 as Matador's having a way through his grid at the back there as Chaos is trying to fight with Sewer Boy. Now he's hit the back of his Alpha Tauri a couple of times. There's some commotion going in the back as well as the cars colliding as they weave up the hill up into turn 4. It's been a very, generally quite a decent start, but it's been a few collisions here and there, but so far nothing too dramatic, Joe. Yep, he leads the way. Let's see if that qualifying pace shows into the race, but it's going to be difficult to shake off for that slipstream and DRS. There's a bit of mixture on tyre compound as well, about half and half for mediums to hards. And there's always that one soft runner. There's always one mid soft runner. We had one soft runner at the start in Tier 1 and Oh, massive crash! Oh, and that's Jamo's out of the race! And I was watching that live for the whole way through that, and it went 3 wide, and I thought, whoever made that 3, who stuck himself in the middle of that gap, was what caused that collision, because there's a bit of a gap formed. A car slithered in the middle of that, and all 3 of them end up really turning each other as the wheels interlock, and that was a massive crash. And Jamo is already out, only about 5 kilometers into this race of the season, and is already out of this race. Wow, I caught that. That was, yeah, I don't know who it was involved. I think Maldi's down in 17th. So Maldi was involved in that. Maldi's going to be even more fuming. Yeah, Mustafa. Yeah. Mustafa Maldi. That's surprising. Whether he's got some damage or whether he's going to do some different tyre strategy. He's going for 10 mediums. Maybe he's going to do medium softs, mediums. Maybe it's just... But is it really worth that track position loss, though? I don't think so. Yeah, Moncho's also in. I think that's a simple tyre change. Didn't see a front wing change there. But yeah, that was interesting. What's car swapping right now? What's going on here? Oh, and somebody's hit the 100 metre board. Or the 50 metre board. What's going on here? There's lots of commotion going on. I think the safety car's caught up the pack and everyone suddenly got scrambled. But yeah, I just caught that. I'm not sure who got in the middle of that, but I just saw 2 cars going side by side into turn 3, and as they went and exit, the car that went in the middle got good traction, got in the middle of them, and obviously they just misjudged each other's positions. Obviously the person on the outside is pinched, he can't go more to the left, so it's all up to the person on the inside and the one in the middle to make the space. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it was Maldi, Mustafa, and Gemma are probably. I think Gemma was definitely involved in that 3-way crash. Whether Moncho got stuck in the back of that, maybe Tierman, but Tierman there wasn't a front wing change though. That's what got me. He's in the pits again actually. I think it's a front wing change. Front wing change. There is damage to that car, so he was involved in that. Yeah, and obviously we know about Alpha Z. And Alpha Z was causing that one collision at turn 1. More commotion going on, I think. No? Okay, I thought I saw something flash up on the screen then. But we will continue on. So Silent Pistol on his first Tier 3 race. Currently now in second place. I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. I'm sure there's two different reactions, complete polar opposite reactions to that. Pistol up into P2, Maori down into, well, pretty much the back of the grid. Maori was not happy in qualifying. He was I'm surprised he didn't make a hole in his table. We'll see if the safety car comes in this lap as we wait for TMN to catch up here. Safety car might come in a bit late. If he catches up in time. Yep, safety car's in. There we go. Yep, TMN caught up just in time. Oh, Pistol's lagging. Not, oh, I don't like Pistol's connection. It looks a bit sketchy. This is why doing it. Nah. Oh, he just like backwards. Yeah, this is not looking good for Pistol there in terms of connection. But off we back go again. Booba back off the start, leads the everyone away once again. As everyone queues up, nothing happening to turn one, not really a place where I can overtake. As Pirlo's making a bit of a weave to the insides. As there's already a big gap formed between Chaos and Hussein. There's already a big gap formed there. Hussein obviously, Chaos obviously reacting slowly. But yeah, nothing. Oh, there's a Lotto. He's off the track at turn 3. Don't know what's going on there. I don't know why he's gone to a stop. But yeah, as Juan and Chaos are side by side here. As Juan has just got the move done on Chaos. Chaos needs to get off the grass there. As now Mad Max is up the inside. Yeah, Chaos. Oh, it's Haas. That's Pistol. Ew, that's very close. Yeah. Oh, he's left the session. Try and see if you can get him back in, Jerry, if you could. Also, one thing to look out for this race, as usual, it's Austria. A lot of penalties going to be given. As long as you do better than Esteban Ocon, it's all good. As Mad Max is really using all that curve in turn 1. No DRS yet. It's obviously the safety car. Given an extra 2 laps, you need to get to the DRS. But he's got the move done. So Mercedes ahead of Juan. Chaos has lost 2 places in the last lap. Really struggling, Chaos. Not sure why it's gone so tight. Oh, what's going on there? Pirlo was involved in that. Obviously Maldi now. Maldi's breezed past here. Some more yellow flags as well. Yep. So solid restart there for him. Pistol's rejoined, giving an extra lap or so. Oh! As Pirlo had a massive snap of oversteer there. That's so easy to do for that corner if you're not careful. Team 1 backs out for now as Booba continues to extend his lead. Pace in qualifying starting to show. Maybe he is a borderline tier 2 pace, maybe. But we'll see how it goes on later into the season. As certainly this bunch for P7 is definitely closing up here. DRS is now enabled. As Mectendo up the inside into turn 3. Juan losing another place there as more commotion is going on back here. That is a solid move there by the Mercedes driver. Up into P6. And Mustafa's up diving up the inside of Alpha Z. Oh, and there's a bit of a pinch and a bit of contact at turn 4. He's got the move done just about, but now Alpha is coming back around outside of turn 6. Is he going to hold it off? No, he's got to back out there. Mustafa will close that gap down, but he will continue to fight. Oh, almost loses it by saying so, but that fight is ended for now, but it's not finished. Who continues to set a fast lap of the race. Pistol's left the session again. Really struggling to get back into the session. That's more yellow flags. That's Moncho. Moncho's around, Jerry. Yep. I see if people do that. I always thought that's more of a corner I tend to understeer at, not oversteer. But I'll see. Now Mustafa is now trying to get past Maldi here. Maldi on those hard tyres, looking to extend his first stint. Yep, Mike hand out. Too many flags. That's Pirlo. Pirlo has pirouetted once again. I'll say that first time I'm going to say that crate this season, and I'm sure I'm going to say it many more times as the season rolls on. Tierman's the first lap of the race. That is a bit of a surprise. That's very interesting, despite being in the middle of the pack here. Maldi's had a moment. Maldi's off the circuit. He's lost 2 places. Maldi bottling it once again. Lost 2 places now to Tierman and Mustafa. Maldi must keep a cool head, but he's off shot turn 3. Oh, Red Bull! Chaos had a moment, he's ghosted, and now he's getting breezed by everyone that's got DRS. Maldi could have got that place if he didn't make that mistake into turn 1. So Maldi lost 2 places, and now effectively could have had another place. So Maldi's really shot himself in the foot there. Next time it'll be in the leg. Oh, the Ferrari! Sewer boy! He's off at turn number 7 and 8. Is the right into turn 8. Oh, Chaos is going very slowly. Maldi's going very slowly. What's going on there? I am so confused. What is happening? Now Maldi's trying to get past Chaos. Yeah, the flags maybe, yeah. Chaos's flashing light is red. Flashing light there, so yeah, that's giving Maldi. Yeah, Maldi's getting information. Maldi's getting information that he's low on battery. So now it's the same. Oh, and the Alpha Tower is hitting back at Maldi. Alpha Z hits Maldi. Maldi's going to be pissed in that cockpit. He is not going to be happy with that. He does not like it when people do that to him, and he is going to be very unhappy. And Tierman's having a nice wave. Ooh, contact with Mustafa there. I was going to say Tierman's having a good comeback here. Yep, just 3 lap extra soft, 3 lap fashion mediums is all he needs, and he's pouncing his way back through the field. Exactly. Unless they want to go extend it and go on to softs at the end, but that you're going to be very vulnerable to an undercut if you do that. Yep, that's... I think you can probably get this tyre to like 40-15, and then they'll probably be a bit shot by them. You can do softs to hards. Yep. Yeah, can't be doing that. It's not very good. It's just effectively changes the results. As I was just flagged for him retiring into it. Well, it's retiring his pit lane. It still puts him on track anyway. As Max is the first one to pick up time, but you know what? I'm very, very surprised about penalties right now. If this was last season, he's about half the good about penalties by now. Yeah, these tier 3 drivers are really showing these tier 1 drivers how it's done. The only one excuse I can make for tier 1 drivers is that the tier 1 drivers tend to push the limits of the track a bit more, which then puts them at risk. Only thing I can say. Moncho is... Oh, I say that as Juan and Silverboy are having a bit of battle here. As I say, Moncho's having his own race there. He's having his own party in the Amber Lounge. Not sure what he's on. Oh. Hold on. Apparently, according to Callum, apparently he can't hear you. Yeah. I just opened the stream up and apparently he can't hear you. I just opened the stream up. Just check that your audio is included. Party. Should be the top, include your audio. Is it ticked? Let me check my settings. Party audio is on, so it should be able to include your audio. So you got no option to tick it. Alright. Only thing I can think of. I did include your audio. Why didn't you mention it from the start? The only thing I can think of, if I restart the stream, I might try that, and then if not, that's going to be the reason why you can't do it through your iPad. You gotta do it for the Xbox Party. Damn it, Joey. Let's do this to me. Hey, sorry for that. I've only just opened the stream up. Yeah, I just noticed he's using his iPad. He's using his iPad to through the party for the Xbox app, and that's why I didn't know if he did that. So he's obviously using his iPad for the Xbox party, which means he can't see and you can't enable the audio. So basically, going through half of this, a third of his race and half his commentary of his is not on there. So Joe is here. He has been here the whole time. It's just you couldn't hear him because he had it in an iPad and not through the Xbox. He needs to be in the Xbox party on the Xbox to make it work, but he was on his iPad. So that is the reason why you've not heard anyone heard Joey this whole time, which is a shame. As Chaos has now picked up some damage. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, he's got some damage. I'm not sure he's had a collision with someone or he's banned. Matador's not off the circuit. I don't know what Matador should pitted by now, really. His tyres are going to be dead. Cartel's down the pits. That is a very early stop. I was expecting maybe a lap 17, lap 18. This is he's going for, it's covering off the undercar, I believe, onto their hards to go to the end. As now I think Matador's just spun in the pit lane. Nope, that's not Matador. That is Mustafa. Mustafa spun in the pit lane. That's not recommended. Pits on fixable time penalty. Message from Jerry18454. Invite. Oh, I didn't even see him leave the party, to be honest. 1 second, I should find back to the party. So, people continue to lead. Boys picked up a time penalty. Third driver to do so. Penalties on to creeping as Mustafa is just coming to the pits, and so is Chaos. He's just coming to the pits. This is nothing new front wing for him. He's going to hope for a safety car because he is now quite far back right. In fact, he's about to get lapped. But obviously, Booba has yet to make his own pit stop, so he will get temporary laps. But he will unlap himself when Booba pits. But that's put Chaos in a bit of a sticky situation if the safety car comes out. This is a bit annoying. There's always something that goes wrong. There's always something. As now Hussein is in the pits, and so is Mike Tendo. Both onto a set of hards for the scheduled pit stops. That's it for now. It's difficult to really pick up battling what's everything's going on, and pit stops and the party issues. Sir Boy, pit stops picked up another penalty. He's had 2 penalties in 2 laps. I don't know what he's doing. So people will continue to lead. He's continuing on for another lap. Side effects continues. He's on the hard, so he will continue. Mad Max, is he going to pit? Looks like he's going to pit. He is going to pit. As that was Tierman continuing on. He's obviously on a slightly fresher set of mediums. He might pit maybe this lap, maybe next lap. He might go, yeah, he's pit that 14, 3 laps younger tyres. Yeah, he might pit probably next lap. As Mad Max is now in, he's done his pit stop. Where's he going to come out? He's going to come behind, probably just behind Juan. And ahead of Hussein. Sir Boy comes out of the pits. He's going to come up just ahead of Mustafa. Mustafa's already pit. So everyone's making their pit stops now. Yilmaz is really going to get a proper good, very, very large undercut here. I mean, it's got about 4 or 5 seconds to try and catch up that gap, but he's going to get quite a bit of an undercut here. And Booba is in, so this is a time to see how big that undercut is. Tierman is also in, Booba's in. Give me 1 second, I need to re-invite Joey. I think he still wasn't there to party on his Xbox app. I think that's what it is. So Booba's in the pit. Side effects will now take the lead. He's getting overtaken by that is Chaos, who's just unlapping himself. Let's see where the gap is, and the gap's down to under a second. That he's looked to close down 4 seconds in that undercut. That's how powerful the undercut is. He's just gained 4 seconds. He's now just got to keep that. Now Booba is now under fire again. But Booba now with 3 lap fresh intermediate hards can now try and pull away. He's got plenty of battery to try and extend that gap. But for now he needs to keep Yilmaz behind. Side effects might hit this lap. He is. He's boxing. 9 laps on those. So you want to get on those mediums as preferably as early as possible, to minimise that undercut and to basically be on more laps on the better tyre. Expect maybe Melody Juan to pit this lap as well, to expect that to be the case. Melody looks like he might be staying out for another lap. Nope, he's coming into the pits. Yep, side effects is also, yep, Melody onto the mediums. And Melody's got a 5-second time penalty to be in the pit lane just to put salt into the wounds. Melody, well, that's his own mistake, unfortunately. It's now Hussein and Juan past lane. Juan's just disconnected from the lobby. It's not the first time. It's always the same people that tend to disconnect. I'll try and invite him. Invite to game. I think I saw somebody else leave, if I wasn't mistaken. I thought I did, unless it's somebody else and somebody joined. Yeah, everyone's in. Joey, are you here yet? Can you speak? Nothing yet. Joey, he's joined the party, but he has no sound coming from him so far since he's rejoined. Now, see what side effect can do on those medium tyres. He's had a bit of a being undercutted a little bit, but he will now be on those better tyres for the rest of this race. He's just come ahead of Moncho, who's a lap down, and Lotto now got a penalty. I think that's the 5th person now with a 3-second time penalty. Message from Joe. Something's wrong with Mike. Oh, brilliant. Excellent stuff. See what we can do, Joe, but yeah, you can't include your audio if you need to be on the Xbox party, on the Xbox with a headset. So it's something I have to fix. Unfortunately, you can't commentate through the app. It just doesn't work that way. So there's no option to include your audio. It does it through the Xbox, not through the app. Unfortunately, Matador's in the pits, so that's going to make a difference anyway to anyone's race. But he's just pulled a solid gap. He's got the pace advantage, and he's got 3 laps faster tyres, and he's using that to his advantage. And now he's going to pull away and probably win this race. But it's not jinx anything yet. Tierman now catching up the back of Max Maxwell as an Alfa Romeo. I'm assuming it's Matador. Why is Joey? Why have you invited me to F123? What's he trying to do? I don't know what he's trying to do. Confused. More confused as it is, Joey's not helping by inviting me to the F123. Maxwell might want to get out of the way before the blue flags kick in. Seems lead this way. Not much battling going on though. Tierman still spot behind Mad Max. Steel Boy after having that moment early in the race on the back of Mustafa. He's got 2 lap faster tyres compared to Mustafa, but he has got a penalty. Let's see if he can get the move done as well. Can't wait for that audio bug to kick in towards the end of this race as well. As Juan's now on track, back in the lobby. Maldi got past Lotto, up into P10, but Maldi is carrying that 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. As Tierman's got past Mad Max, out of turn 1, into turn 2. As Mad Max is slipping back up the inside into turn 3. It's going to make it too wide. But Tierman has got better traction on the racing line and on those tyres. Side effects has closed that gap slightly to Yilmaz, but nothing too dramatic so far. It's caught up about a second in the last 4 laps or so. Now Max still hanging on to like a Tierman here. Try maybe using DRS to keep up with Tierman. Hope his tyres drop off towards the end of the race. Because they're on the same age tyres, but Tierman is on a softer tyre. As Surboy picks up another time penalty. I think that's at least his 2nd penalty now of the race. Top 4 have not got penalties, so for the podium at the moment, it's all going to be done on track position, not on penalties. It's always nice to know. Last thing you want to know is somebody losing the podium because of a penalty. It's always the worst one. Or losing your victory. But track limits are there for a reason. Must obey the track limits. I just left the session again. Couple of Discord things. Yeah. Just a few things about the stream. Chaos has got past Perez in the pits. Chaos continues on. Yeah, it's a bit spread out now, which doesn't exactly make great racing. It depends. If there's lots of small groups, yeah, but there's not many. It's quite spread out in general here. And if they are quite close, somebody's already overtaken them and they're just hanging back behind your car. And now, starting to get some of those sound bugs. Expected to look up for Surboy on Mustafa. Keep our eye on side effects. Close that gap down to Yilmaz. Just caught up another second in the last 2 laps. The gap is coming down. as Lotto's in the pits. He's on 24 laps. I don't know why he's done that. Why has he done 24 laps on a set of hards? Just coming for a set of mediums. He may have just done that long and then gone for the softs. Nothing's working. I don't know. Joe, he committed to this commentary. He came out and say, well, you should know, but you have to be in the party on the Xbox with a mic to commentate. You can't do it through the app, unfortunately. If that's the case, back to solo commentary again for a while. It's like Pistol. The race looking very promising earlier on, but he's ruined by internet issues and collisions. Up into P12, but still out of the points, and he's also carrying 2 penalties. Also hanging him back here. That gap, side effects is now down to 2.2. That gap is closing. There's a McLaren for the circuit. I think that's Moncho. I think we might need a tier 4 for him at the moment. Yeah, there's no real battles going on there. That's the thing. There's nothing really happening. There's now Lotto on those fresh mediums. Is now looking to get back past Pistol here. Or just to get past, and Juan's disconnected again. Why did he disconnect so many times in the race? Does not make sense. How bad your internet must be to do that. Not even when I had bad internet, it was that bad. My internet was bad. Game, not party. There you go. So I'm getting a bit of a sat on at the moment now. Yeah, he's back in again. Yeah, Lotto's got my pass pistol and missed that. Trying to bloody get Juan back in the lobby. Oh, sacrifices to make. Well, we got something here. Got some gaps closing. Got Maldi on these mediums looking to grab some more points. Needs to defend that championship crown. But at the moment, that crown is just turning into a piece of paper remake. As it's been stolen at the moment in time. Right, it's a bit difficult for Maldi here because these guys are. You've got one car after another each other, which means the car in front's also got DRS. So Maldi will have to make a move in a corner and be quite an aggressive one if you want to get stuck. Because as soon as you get past the Alfa Romeo, it just makes his life a lot easier trying to take the Ferrari. That soundbug's starting to kick in now. Maldi looking for a move here. But Alfa Romeo just got straight line speed. Maldi slipping up inside. Looks like it backed off it. It's just trying to make hopefully get the Alfa Romeo to pick a mistake. DRS enabled. Overtake is being used. Alfa Romeo's got plenty to pay with. The Ferrari's running out of battery here. The Alfa Romeo's making a move on the Ferrari. Maldi's had to back out here. Maybe Maldi can use this to his advantage. Oh, Maldi's hit the back of the Ferrari. And Maldi's going to switch back move. It's going to be a double overtake for Maldi. And now it's 3 wide down the straight here. As they all go down into towards turn 4. The Ferrari's got no battery left. And no DRS. Oh, there's side-by-side contact as the Ferrari dives down the inside of the Alfa Romeo. Maldi's gone wide. It's some more clashes. Maldi's weaved. And Mustafa has lost a place. And now Maldi and Superboy are having a bit of ding-dong battle here. As Maldi steamrolls it up the inside into turn 6. Maldi's got some marble on his tyres. As the 2 Alfa Romeo and the Ferraris are going side-by-side again. And Maldi gets through. It's a double overtake in the end for Maldi. But it was a lot more complicated than it really was recommended to. Maldi's got the move done. That Ferrari, with that lack of battery, really hurts him. Mustafa will hang back for Maldi for now. Superboy lost out the most from that. Maldi up into P8, but he's not going to get any further than that. Cause the next car is 9.5 seconds up the road. Mustafa's not got any penalties either, so Maldi will probably lose that place again. And so will Superboy, but it's back up the inside of Maldi is the Alfa Romeo of Mustafa. Maldi will go around the outside trying to out-traction him. But the Ferrari's had a bit of a weave there. But the Alfa Romeo has got DRS and overtake. Maldi's using everything he can to try and stay ahead. It's side by side into turn 4. The Alfa Romeo's braked nicely late here. It's going to force Maldi wide. And he's got back past Maldi. Maldi with that 5-second time penalty, he's going to be finishing P10 anyway. But if Maldi needs to want to stay ahead of these guys, he's got to overtake Mustafa and at least pull at least a 2-second gap on Surboy to at least take P9. But at the moment, that doesn't seem to be the case. And Bubas took a turn penalty. Not that that's going to make any much difference anyway. He's got a 7.5-second gap to Yilmaz. Mad Max continues to raise, pulled away from Hussein. Tendo's put some laps cars in between here. It's really throwing me off. As Maldi's got back past Mustafa. Mustafa then will get DRS again. Maldi's gone wide and Maldi's just screwed himself over. And he won't even have DRS. And Maldi's going to probably lose. He's lost 2 places. Not sure why Maldi broke so late, to be honest. He's got racing line, so he's got no excuse for braking late. And I'm not going to write for one again. Disconnect again and see. I shouldn't have to keep inviting him every 3 laps. It's now coming to the last 6 laps of this race. Bieber continues to lead. Not been the most exciting of the races, to be honest. I would like a co-commentator with me, but unfortunately Joe's having his issues. Well, thanks Graham to pointing it out, but obviously I only opened the stream up about lap 16. Normally I open up and keep it up, but my phone hasn't quite got the battery to keep it up all race. So when I saw that, yeah, so the McLaren's off. So it'll be Moncho making his own racing line. As Maldi's looking back past Maldi's, he's learned and kept him behind the DRS line. Maldi's got the move done and he's going to have DRS down the straight. Oh no, it's a safety car. And Moncho has crashed down a straight. Let's hope it doesn't cause any issues. And the late safety car here. Yilmaz has pitted. Oh no, Buber's screwed. Buber has just screwed himself. Well, he hasn't screwed himself, but Yilmaz has got a big opportunity here. He's going to pit for a set of softs. That is going to be one quick car. So is Tierman. Tierman's also in the pits for another set of softs. These are going to be some quick cars. As everyone else has peeled back into it as well. Mike Tendo's gone in. He's going to outbrake Mad Maxwell. He's overtaken Mad Maxwell in the pit lane. Sorry, no, he's about to outbrake Hussein. He's just got a cheeky Sebastian Vettel position. He's on Sebastian Vettel, gone to the grass, overtook, come back on. He's got the move done. He's got a free position in the pit lane, and he's took advantage of a very slow Alpha Tauri in the pits. I'm not sure why the Alpha Tauri was so slow into the pit lane. You can do that in the pit lane. The safety car doesn't really exist in there. There's no delta. It doesn't say you can't overtake in the pit lane. It's not technically part of the track. So, a cheeky move and a very respectful move by Mick Tendo. But yeah, it's his side effects and Booba are now, or Booba has now really got a big boo-boo in his pants. He's now got to somehow do at least 2 laps without being overtaken, and he's got a time penalty. And side effects has this. No, that was a different Red Bull. Sorry, that was a laps car chaos in the pits. But yeah, so side effects. Chaos is the race is basically over. Whoever's been in laps now is the race is done. There's no overtaking. I'm just tense just to have my last bit of sip of drink before the safety car comes back in. Yep, chaos is retired. Nothing you can do. You're a lap behind. You can't. It's unfortunate you can't unlap yourself under the safety car. It would be nice to apply that rule in multiplayer, but I think Codemasters will just get absolute fucked with foot themselves over the bugs. Matador's trying to overtake under the safety car here. Not something you can do. safety car. Remember, the safety car has to be in by the end of lap 34. There's got to be at least 2 laps of racing to at least 2 laps of racing left before the safety car comes in. So the safety car comes out on lap 33. It has to come in the next lap on lap 34 to give you 2 laps of racing. So, but I'm sure we only need 1 more lap. We'll wait for Pirello. No, Silent Pistol to catch up. Looking a bit cloudy. I wonder if there's any rain coming. Oh, if it is rain, it's going to be a bit too late because, well, it's up 33 and it wouldn't be wet enough, quickly enough. Well, a bit of rain at the end in the last 2 laps, so it will make it a bit spicy. Pistol, that's not the racing line you want to be taking around there. Driving like he is driving in the rain. Jerry has left the session. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, that's an issue. Yeah, I never knew that Joey used his iPad on the Xbox app. Oh, sorry, the Xbox app on his iPad to speak. I didn't actually know. I never knew that. I just assumed that he was always on the Xbox Pi on the Xbox. If I knew he was on his iPad, I would have told him, but I never knew, so I didn't know that was the problem that we had the issue with. So, yeah, that's an issue we'll have to sort out. Joe will need to get a headset that actually works on his Xbox if he wants to commentate. Hoping the safety car will come in this lap. We'll see. We'll have to wait until I believe that it's in this lap anyway. I did say it has to be in. It has to be in by the end of lap 34. We need 2 laps of racing. I'm sure Lotto will catch up easily anyway. It was a very early call that was. That happened around that turn 6. That did. Oh, you go and pick up a time penalty. Trying to. It's just a way to ruin your own race even more than it already needs to be. And Booba is going to have. He's got to hope that side effects struggles because these soft runners are going to be quick. I won't be surprised if Booba is P5 by the end of this race. I would not be surprised. These softs are going to be so much faster. And he's gone. He has to make his start as good as possible. And they've gone. The soft runners, as Yilmaz has been snoring. Oh, it's just why. He's got Matador and the sandwich in the middle of it. And it's really hurt them. And Matador's did. This is what should have happened in 2021 with Lewis Hamilton Max Verstappen. That's how it should have been. The cars in between the podium runners and making the gap is what it should have done. And now that's really made Yilmaz, he's only got 2 laps to get the move done on side effects. For the moment, side effect Yilmaz is currently in a net P2 position. But he's got 2 laps to catch up now. His life is being made a lot more difficult. But those tyres are going to be so much quicker. We'll see on with him. Side Pistol and Starboy having some battles. We'll see how much time he gains through here. He's just gained 2/10 through that corner alone. He really needs to push. When you've got these soft tyres, you really need to use them. You need to absolutely use them. Use all your batteries. He's used too much battery here. Yeah, its deployment's used. He's used too much battery this lap. Oh, and Sunfax is struggling. Despite being, I think those mediums are just starting to drop off now. Those hards are very durable. They will continue to improve. So Yilmaz is now on the back of side effects. He's not using all the track here. He's got so much more grip, but there's no DRS. There's no DRS. He's run out of battery. And so side effects is running out now as well. As they battle up into turn 2 and 3. Is he going to do a strict engineer? He's going to hit the back. Oh, and here comes Toman. And Toman's just mugged them both. And he's got the battery as well. He's got plenty of battery to use. And Mad Maxwell is also involved in this. And Yilmaz has bottled it. He's absolutely bottled it. He's now side by side with side effects. Side effects is really struggling on these tyres. They're very worn at this point. They've got no grip. And Yilmaz has now dropped to P5. And Tierman's got a penalty. Mad Max has got a penalty. Side effects, I think he's still on for his victory, but he needs to get his grip into gear. He's losing too much time and 2 places. No, it's been a tap and he's getting swarmed. I told you this would happen. I told you you'd lose places. Booba has done all the things he needs to do, but I don't know if he's got this race win or not. He might still have it. Booba crosses the line into P1. Tiemann will be P2. Mad Max P3. Where will the position be? Yilmaz still gets P1. It's a miracle. 0.3 of a second. Booba's done enough. Yilmaz has struggled off the restart. Side effects held on, literally made his life a lot very difficult. And the rain, I think it's raining now. I think on the game, it looked like it was raining. But my God, that was a very, very snaky end to this race. Very slithery with all these overtakes and all these moments. Wow. It was definitely spice things up. The race was a bit dreary at the line in certain parts, but that was definitely some spicy last two. I wish it lasted a bit longer, not gonna lie. I wish there was one more lap, but if there's one more lap, I think the race results would be very much different. But yeah, it was well deserved, not gonna lie. He deserves that race, does Booba. No doubt about it. But the race, technically, for how that race went, it should have really been overtaken. Should have really been. But Yilmaz, he absolutely bottled it. He just did not get through that situation very well. He did not handle it as well as he should have done. He used too much battery at the start. He then made a mistake trying to overtake Side effects. He then got compromised. He got overtaken by his two Turkish countrymen, and then dropped to P4. He's obviously had no penalties, but he lost too much time to Booba at that point. Let's get this race run down. We've got Booba on P1, Yilmaz P2, Mustafa at P3, Terman P4, Suffolk P5, Mamax P6, Maldi P7, Mctendo P8, Juan P9, Hussein P10, Suarboy P11, Lotto P12, Silent Pistol P13, Massel P14, Pirlo P15, and your DNS were Chaos Moncho. I forgot the other two. Jamo and someone else. I forgot who the person retired. But yeah, I'm not sure if we have any. Timmons on PC, Booba's on PC, and Yilmaz also on PC. So there won't be interviews because they're not Xbox people. I'm sure Beaver's going to be very happy with that. I'll check if there's any Discord messages just to show that. I will look on Discord just to see if there's anyone saying, yeah, blah, blah, blah. No, yeah, so nothing here. But yeah, that is your Tier 3 done then. That was definitely a very interesting end to that race. Commentary-wise, obviously, issues with Joey's commentary, obviously Mike and issues, and obviously not actually being in the party on the Xbox. That was a situation that has to be sorted later on. But for the moment, it'll only be me until we know what Joey can sort the situation out. But for now, thank you much for watching. That was a very interesting Tier 3 race towards the end, but wasn't the most exciting race, not gonna lie. Wasn't that great. Wasn't too much action. There were some things here and there, but overall, it wasn't an amazing race. So definitely the safety car at the end definitely recovered it a little bit. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. We'll be back between Spain, so return back with Maldi and Pistol in the combox on Monday for the Spanish Grand Prix on the Monday night, 7 o'clock as usual. We'll see you then for, obviously, the new layout of Spain. Please return to Spain. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry for all the issues for tonight, but we'll be back next week as usual. So thank you very much and goodbye.